Alright, Algebra 2. In part 2 of the project, you're going to be using matrices and inverse matrices to scramble and then decode a message. The example that I've given in the project should help, but just in case, here's another example. Please don't use the coding matrices that I've used in my examples. Please come up with your own and follow the guidelines I've provided. Your coding matrix can't be the identity matrix, and it has to have at least 3 unique elements in it. Alright, and follow all the guidelines I've got in your project for that. Okay, so the idea here, if you look on the left-hand column of the board, is that each letter is going to be represented by a number. A through Z, 1 through 26. And a blank, or space, is going to be represented by a 0. So if I choose the word hello as my message, now your message has to be longer than that, following the guidelines in the project sheet. But if I choose that message, I can transfer those letters to these numbers. See if that makes sense to you. H is an 8, E is a 5, etc. Then I'll put those letters into a matrix. Now because my message has an odd number of letters, I'm going to need a blank at the end. And when I transfer these letters into numbers in my matrix, you'll see the 0 there representing that blank. Now this matrix is my matrix M, my message matrix. Then I choose a coding matrix. I've chosen 5, 2, 3, 2. And I multiply M times C to get a scrambled message S, which is the message on the bottom right. You need to show your work as described in the project sheet, and I've shown a bit of it here below. Then you give the message that's scrambled, S, and the coding matrix, C, to a partner, and they go about finding the inverse coding matrix and decoding your message. So the first thing you need to do to find an inverse of a 2 by 2 is to find the determinant. Well, that's easy. 5 times 2 minus 2 times 3. 10 minus 6 is 4. And then finding the inverse matrix, we know how to do that for a 2 by 2, and I do want you to do that by hand for this part of the project. So there's my inverse matrix, my decoding matrix, C inverse. Multiplying the scrambled matrix S by the decoding matrix, C inverse. I showed you the first line of work there, but what I end up with is my original message, hopefully. 8, 5, 12, 12, 15, 0, which I use my alphabet chart to reconstruct my message with, and it is hello. Alright guys, it's not too bad. Good luck, and please email me with questions.